makes potato.
Tada! Okulary. No, chciałem po prostu...
Oh boy. I'm not leaving without gold.
Aha, przyszedłem po goal. Faktycznie.
Gold! The guys and I have opened a time.
Wow, well done.
Wow. Wow, well done.
Don't be like that. I told you, I'll make it right again.
And I told you, go away.
Oh, come on, Gold. Take off the hat and...
Hey, hands off! I do understand where you're coming from. After all, that palaver with the platypus puppet theatre wasn't exactly subtle, was it?
Puppet theater? Oh, that. Yes, that was intentional.
But look at them. They're both trapped, without any hope. I'll never be able to escape my hamster wheel.
Wait, you think you're the platypus in the hamster wheel?
Of course. That one is clearly female. Look at her, she...
Ha! I knew it! There is hope!
Right, it is the male.
At least she's now free.
Yes. Wow, look how happy she is.
She'll recover. On the other hand, one shouldn't overuse metaphors. What's this?
Hey, give it back!
When did you do that?
While you were gadding about the fairground. What about it?
And you got past the Nevermat with that?
Well, someone had to make sure that things could carry on.
But then why are you so
Z
angry?
tymi kurde
Because
dziobakami
we're not
będzie jeszcze
together
do
in the
roboty
photo?
pewnie.
No, because we are. An illusion. A snapshot giving the wrong picture. Or do you think that at the end of the day we'll be sticking that picture into
O,
our
ale zimna
photograph?
woda, dobra.
Everything here is going to have to end up being undone and reversed, so that we can save the world, so that there will be no Fulocks on Elysium. That's how it has to be, right?
No, it isn't.
Then tell me one thing that will still remain of our adventures. If you can do that, then I'm happy to come.
Ha, easy. In the end, there's always one thing that remains. There, look at that.
Odmłodziły się.
Pitchcraft?
Oh,
Witchcraft?
it doesn't matter. Let's go. What the? What now? That looks like that interim we crossed in the time pod. But where did this city come from? And where are Goal and McChronicle? They jumped through the portal right before I did.
Hey you, Fulock! Get off of my porch!
Ah, a local. Can you tell me where I've landed?
In my turnip patch!
Wait a minute. Don't I know you? You're Glandula, the romantic ninja. Just old and ugly. How is that possible?
Are you trying to talk your head off?
Don't you mean, am I trying to talk your ear off?
Not if I got my gun pointed right.
Oh,
Są domy pobudowane na tym rurociągu. Tutaj.
One step closer.
but Glandy, it's me, Professor Rufus. Doesn't that
Professor Rufus? Yeah, that's it. He was the guy who stayed for all of this. Just junk crabs and mites for years on end. What about him?
I killed him.
Well done! Now get out of my yard.
All right, all right. Where the hell have I landed?
Are you lost, stranger?
No, I have a photographic sense of direction and always know exactly where I am. It's just the when has been a little confusing.
When doesn't mean a thing round here. You're in interim time, a space alongside the past. present.
And future, I know.
I was gonna say perishable food. We don't have anything like a future here. Rumor has it there used to be one. The portal building authorities are digging around looking for it in the foundations of interim time. But if you ask me, it's just newfangled nonsense.
No future.
2 other newcomers passed by here earlier. They asked about the future too. Friends of yours, perhaps?
Impossible. They were just with me.
Maybe out there. Here in interim time, the clocks tick a little different.
Jeszcze się okaże, że tam ci już starzy są.
Well, welcome to Paradox City. My name's Rocco McChronicle. If you've got any questions, I'll be happy to help
Rocco
you.
McChronicle, to jest...
Rufus. And actually, I do have a couple. Rocco Mc... What the hell did you say? Are you Rocco McChronicle?
A, to jest ojciec tego. To jest jego pradziadek.
McChronicle Sr. and therefore our McChronicle's grandfather?
You must have confused me with someone else. I don't have a son, and if I did, I'm sure he wouldn't have become a dean. After all, I'm running a family business here.
Maybe we shouldn't talk about it. The last thing I need now is to accidentally prevent McChronicle's birth. You've seen my friend?
A sexy chick accompanied by a clever, handsome guy.
Not really. We were separated.
Well, 2 strangers certainly passed by earlier on. They met the old hermit. It looked as though they knew each other. They headed off to her farm, turn left at the town hall, and then continue up that way.
Where the hell am I?
You're in Paradox, the city, but...
Aren't we always,
excuse me?
you know, present and future?
Yes, I suppose. Although, here we're not so much between the future. That doesn't exist here.
What does that mean, you have no future?
That's what I said. If that's what you're interested in, then ask the people at the portal building authorities. They're always talking about the future, and they're trying to dig one up from the junk beneath the city. Absolute madmen, if you ask me. We've never had a future here, and we've managed quite happily without it so far, thank you very much.
I urgently need to get to Kuvak.
Doesn't ring any bells. Is it beyond interim time?
Of course.
Then you'd better be off asking the guys from the port. They map the portals and know where each one leads.
Hey, that's the time pod.
That there, that's been there since before I arrived. My father was going to repair it. That's why he founded the garage. Apparently it stopped being so important at some point. Like everything here.
Ah, you obviously can.
I'm sorry, bud.
Ja pierdykam. To też jest wehikuł. Jeszcze raz wejdę.
The portal that leads to McChronicle's laboratory. Unfortunately...
Dobra. Aha, nic nie ma w inwentarzu. Kraby i... tak.
Lulu, I have a question.
Keep it short, I've got work to do. We're about to make the breakthrough into the future. I can already smell it.
Sorry, it's the excitement. What exactly are you doing here?
We suspect there may be a so-called future in sediment. That's why we started to hollow out its foundations.
Aren't you worried that that could make the city somehow, I don't know, slide maybe?
The chances always offset the risks. The unimaginative rednecks up there have no idea what a rough diamond they have right under their feet. They see no further than the base that guarantees their apartments stay standing. I see street cafes, Martin, office spaces, and affordable lofts for fashionable high-income earners.
Such as architects working for the portal building authorities, for example?
Exactly.
Any progress?
How could there possibly be any when I keep getting interrupted by such
Well, I thought progress...
No.
I still don't understand exactly what that hole there is supposed to have to do with the future.
But it's so very simple. We want to attract a solvent clientele. Time travelers who are literally not born yesterday. A portal to the future who would put a paradox city back on the map. The saying goes, continuous growth through development in interim time. And we're creating the attractions for that.
You spit when you talk. I have to get to Kuvak one day before the end of time.
Wait, Kuvak. Lucky and unlucky. We do have a portal to Kubak, but that's on the old Hermit's land, so it's not connected to the time travel superhighway yet. Been fighting for that right of way for ages.
I'll let you get.
Fine, I was afraid I'd miss out on the future. Oh no, Fulock alarm.
Oh, again? Oh, that means we'll have to take another compulsory break.
No, it doesn't mean that. One can't keep the future waiting.
Why? Has he got somewhere to go?
What are you reading?
Hey, this is the future.
And are helmets making a comeback?
No, sadly not. In the future, all manual work will be...
That would be great.
Everything I work so hard. Certainly not for the money. This job is so badly paid that I need a second one to make...
And what's your second job?
I write fake reviews for an ad finance rating portal. Comparison sites for buying building machinery.
Huh. If only we finally had machines that could relieve us of all these important tasks.
Czyli jednym słowem, jak to włączę, to coś się innego stanie na górze.
You can't. Nope. People these days just don't trust one another anymore. You can't. Nope. People these days just don't trust one another anymore.
To jest sklep. Urng. Beans, stary Maverick. Młody Maverick, Rita.
We're out of Fulock soup. We've got toast and milk. And I'm also available on the cheap. My name's Rita. Are you single?
No. Yes. It's complicated.
Don't waste my time. I'm almost 40 and I'm a waitress in the city with no future. Do you really think I'm interested in listening to you moaning on?
Well, you asked. I just wanted to...
Tick-tock, tick-tock. Do you hear that? That's my biological clock. Order something, propose to me, or move over.
Busy here. And
Yeah, a tip for your girlfriend. As long as she hasn't got a ring on her finger, she shouldn't let her man walk around the city on his own.
I meant the food.
Why didn't you say so? We're out of Fulock soup. We've got toast and milk. Any other questions?
One order of,
Got any money?
Nope.
Then your girlfriend must be blind.
Do you have a time machine?
Do you think I'd look like this if I had one? Time machines have become quite rare. Maverick has an instant change, but he'd rather run over his grandfather than take someone else on board. And then there's Vince, but he can only offer deterministic time travel. Firstly, that's boring, and secondly, Vince smells of prunes. Otherwise, I only know of the old time pod in Rocco's garage. No idea if that still works.
Ten Fallouta
So,
trochę
if you
przypomina.
need passage? Just forget it. We're all
Zastana.
stranded here. The best thing you can do is get married as quickly as possible.
What was the offer?
Put a ring on my finger and I'll ignore that whole thing about your face.
No, I meant the food.
Why didn't you say so? We're out of... We've got any other...
Yeah, I think...
I really should...
Peanuts. Tasty.
What? You eat Mikey?
What? But, oh no, I thought you were Peanuts.
Don't worry. Mikey was an ass anyway.
We are peanuts.
Sapient peanuts from another time. Delicious and clever.
What do you know?
Mr.
Can I maybe
Hanky.
take you along anyway?
Christmas
The way
poo.
things are going here, I'll probably have to make you into peanut butter.
No. To be honest with you, we wouldn't like that.
Let him speak. Maybe he's got a good reason.
A good reason to turn us into peanut butter? Oh, yeah, true. He hasn't given us one yet. Yeah, why does he want to do that?
For love.
Wow, now that's what I call a proper answer.
Oh, we'd be happy to sacrifice ourselves for love.
Yippee! Me first.
But one more question. How exactly does it help love if we're made into peanut butter?
Oh, yeah,
I'd like to know that too.
let him speak.
I want to win back Goal's affection.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I don't know.
I'm not convinced either.
But this is gold we're talking about.
Yeah, but who's Goal? I mean, do we even know her?
I certainly don't know her.
Oh, true. So how do we know if you're a good match?
Goal is also more of a long-term goal.
Huh?
Well, how do you mean?
Oh, it's so cryptic.
Love needs no further explanation.
No explanation, no deal.
No, sir.
Find someone else to make into peanut butter.
Okay, I'll tell you. You're right.
No probs.
No offense.
Come back again once you've thought of a
Muszę powiedzieć, że zupełnie nie słuchałem tych orzeszków.
Boo!
Oh no! The few
Ja widzę DeLoreana.
I'm gonna get fired for sure. My whole future depends on this job.
I thought there was no future here.
There is for me. My future self is sitting over there in the corner. He says that if I don't try a lot harder, I'll never be as successful as, well, me. He said I've got to save, work hard, and sign up to a pension plan. Otherwise, I'll never drive a sleek Instant Change 5. And then, well, it would all be for nothing.
Why don't you just make a new suit?
I can't. We've run out of Fuelock ribs. Oh, man. What a disaster.
That time traveler apparently comes from a completely different ethnic background. This is where my respect for foreign cultures and my diplomatic tact come into play.
Ooga ooga.
Good day, sir. I don't believe I've had the pleasure. May I introduce myself? My name is Ang.
Hello. You understand what I say?
But of course, communication is one of the most important attributes for the profession in which I work. I'm a trader, and it would be a true conviviality to engage in business with you. I vend in medicinal herbs for a healthy intestinal flora, in exchange for vintage art from the Neolithic period.
I give stone. You give fart mash.
I couldn't have put it better myself.
Occupied! You plan on being done in the crapper anytime soon?
Don't rush me. I suffer from severe temporal constipation.
O ja pierdykam.
Temporal constipation? Not perhaps temporal diarrhea?
No, I'm over that. But how the crap?
Surprise, surprise, huh? I recognized your voice.
Dokładnie.
You're the time crapper. The temporal toilet tourist, who apparently has made it his mission to clog every toilet in the entire multiverse.
End times person? Is that you? But I've only just met you.
Ten koleś stoi to jest z poprzedniej części.
Gave me this wonderful toilet paper.
The money from Cletus's suitcase. I remember. But that was my other adventure, a version of the future which no longer exists. As if a huge plug were clogging everything up.
Oh, tell me about it. Oh, everything was flowing just fine. Now it's come to a standstill.
Exactly. But I'll get things back up and running.
Oh, that would be great.
A to jest... A tu mamy DeLoreana. Dobre.
Is that your ride out there?
Why? Have I blocked you in?
No, don't worry.
Shame. So why are you asking?
Well, you left the lights on. If you give me the key, then...
Nice try. Not only does the Instant Change Coupe make time travel possible without that bothersome time branching, it also has the automatically adjusting headlights since the 5 series.
That's a nice device. No two ways about it.
Every time traveler's dream. For a long time, I thought I'd never be able to afford more than the 2 series, the so-called buttered churn, but I was ambitious. I wanted the 5 series more than anything else. I've slogged and slaved, shed blood, sweat, and tears, scrimped and saved again. And now that I've got there, The only thing that still gives me any joy is pushing around other people who don't slave away as hard as I did back then. For example, my former self, that lazy slacker. He should have served me a bowl of delicious Fulok soup ages ago. But, do you see any delicious Fulok soup around here, huh? I don't. If he doesn't start moving my ass soon, I could be due a real ass chewing.
Więc...
Do you own one of the time machines out there?
But of course, my young friend. I call it the retardis.
Retardis.
Why is everyone
Wygląda jak
Because
przedostatni
they
Doktor
have
Who.
no idea. The retardis is a jewel in the crown of time travel technology.
He said jewel.
Mr. Vincent is neglecting to tell you that his antediluvian vehicle cannot undertake genuine time travel, only deterministic time travel.
You can't change the past with it. You're stuck there until you've recreated the condition of the timeline at the point of departure.
Huh?
Don't listen to them. A trip in the retardis is always worth it. If you like, I can take
Retardis.
you on a little spin.
Budka telefoniczna niebieska Doktora Who.
Space-time coordinates on it. Just ask the lads at the portal building authorities.
Trochę się kurde pogubiłem, bo zagapiłem się na telewizor. Jak zwykle zresztą. Dobra, ale mniej więcej to... Gdzie ten... Idźmy tutaj. Co tutaj mamy? Dźwignia.
Don't you dare! Or do you have some kind of death wish that involves being ripped to shreds by a pack of Fulok?
Okej.
I thought nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Don't think, soldier. It's war out here. And in war, there were only losers.
Dobra. Pojemniki. Co jest w pojemnikach?
What are those trash cans for?
Hey, keep your hands off. That's where we keep the seeds so they don't go bad. And so the wombats can't get at them. Most critters are getting worse by the day.
Okej, już mam pewien patent.
I catch them meddling with the bins all the time. That's why I always keep my eyes on both sides. My wife says I've started to squint. It's a good job it's so quiet on the Fulok front. We're not equipped for a war on two fronts.
Dobra. Gdybym włączył alarm, tu są megafony.
Do not distract me. I've got to stay alert. Or do you have some kind of death wish that involves...
You have a Fulok?
What does it look like to you, huh?
Hysterical overreaction?
Dobra, pójdźmy tutaj, włączmy szybko syreny i zasuwajmy tam do niego.
Stream. I can't see anything.
Teraz będę mógł wziąć te nasiona.
He really earned it.
Don't you dare! Or do you...
Dobra.
I'd rather not this. He really earned the diver. He really earned...
Wywalone na to. Dobra, zostaje nam tylko pójść tutaj.
Oh, there you are.
Howdy, Rufus.
You wouldn't believe who I met in the city.
My granddad. I know. He didn't recognize me.
No wonder. To him, you're not even born yet.
I guess I never will be. Even the slightest interventions change the timeline. In all probability, we prevented the birth of my father already.
Hogwash. I've seen everything possible and impossible in the last while, but nothing even remotely resembling a timeline. The whole thing is more like a fuzzy, knotted time scheme than anything else.
It's okay, Rufus. I'm doing just fine. Isn't it incredibly interesting here?
Yeah, very picturesque. But we have to get a move on. Don't you remember? Where's Gold?
In the farmhouse, but there's no reason to hurry. Here in interim time.
The clocks run differently, I already know. Still, no reason to take our foot off the gas. One of these portals must lead to Kuvak. We used it earlier ourselves.
Yeah, it's that one there.
That one? I actually expected a few mind-bending puzzles first, but so much the better. Wait here. I'll go get gold, and then we can go get our future back. Hey, Goal, no time for coffee. Time
O
to
ja
move.
pierdykam.
Wait a second. Am I counting right? Your goal? I mean, your goal too.
And you are almost as perceptive as when I left you, Rufus, savior of the world, suicidal time traveler.
You forgot butt model. But how can that be? What are you doing here? Which goal are you?
She's the goal that you rescued from the future.
Yeah, and in return, she left me and Mac on Elysium, stole the time machine, and whoosh! That was the thanks we got.
I've not got such a talent for dramatic endings as you.
And you didn't get far either.
Yes, perhaps I was a bit too quick off the mark there. When I arrived in interim time, there was no future anymore. The tunnel had simply come to an end, and the autopilot was steering me directly at it. I had to crash land, and was stranded. For us, only a few hours have passed. For her, it's been a lifetime.
Why didn't you use one of the portals?
The portals only opened much later. At first, they were all out of reach. Then the Deponians started to throw their trash into interim time. The time travelers also started arriving from all sorts of pasts. Most were stranded here like me. We built Paradox City from the trash. We tried to reach the portals, but none of them led to the right time. Then, when the first children were born, we realized that we had built ourselves a new home.
But now I'm here. So come on, we...
O,
What was that? An earthquake?
We've only had one of those once before. The time when the portals opened.
Yeah, never a dull moment around here. Don't run off. I'm gonna go have a look. Oh, come on.
zniknął
Where's
portal?
the portal to Kuvak? And the others? All gone.
I think I have an explanation. When the tachyons poured into the open portal unchecked just now in the lab, we didn't know portals leaving to completely different. As time passes much faster in here, they were open for years. A whole city was built whilst you fetched gold from the university. Shortly after you stepped through the portal, the anomaly closed behind you. In the lab, this was a blink of the eye. Here, countless minutes.
You mean this city only exists because we opened the portal earlier?
Really makes you think, eh?
Yeah, like for example, how do we get out of here now that the portals are closed?
I was thinking more of the moral implications. Well, what will happen to the people here if we restore the old timeline?
Oh, I can't see any sign.
I noticed that too. You should get it looked at.
Ubijaczka do masła.
Whoa, Butterfinger.
Butterfinger.
Amazing. Uh-huh.
You girls having a...
I'm just telling Goal about your stamp cannon.
Oh yeah, I shouldn't have used so much cheese. You've become a sculptor?
I had a lot of time on my hands.
That excuses some things, but not everything. Can I take that?
No, it's not finished yet.
I could finish it.
And just how are you going to finish it?
I can finish anything.
You're going to finish me off one of these days. Are you finished yet? Yes.
No.
Oh, we'll just take it then.
I will.
On your marks, go.
And finished.
Okay, what just happened here?
Nah. Bus brush, not me. There's nothing. There's nothing. The closed book.
That's not quite finished.
No, that.
Yes, that's the point.
The unfinished.
Mhm.
Not now, Ruth.
Are you still angry?
No, don't worry. Are you really sure you can bring this?
I said I'd bring it to an end. I never said anything about that. The portals have closed.
I'm sure you'll think of something.
I already thought it.
No, you are not going to get a jetpack.
Aw, man. The portals. I have to. Are you?
Can't it wait? I'm having a...
Of course. You can just.
You do that all the time, too.
Actually, he's the one who talks all the. I just listen. Your granddad won't let me through to the.
Sounds like I was never allowed to borrow his...
Any ideas on how to distract him?
with a good book, perhaps?
A book. We want to break into his workshop, not celebrate his.
Which probably eliminates the necktie option, too.
Oh.
Hey, Rocco.
Howdy, Rufus.
Can you repair the portals?
Worrying, isn't it? But there's nothing that can be done about it. Portals have neither a motor nor any other mechanical components.
Then it's all up to me again. Are there any goats in Paradox City?
Not that I know of, and I'm sure you'll find something better to sweeten the time until the portals open up again.
Huh? I have to get to the time pod.
No can do. It's a bit of a family heirloom.
Nonsense. It belongs to the old gold.
Belonged to. She left.
But that's...
You won't be able to argue.
Wait a minute. What are you doing here?
I'm a mysterious voice from your memory.
What? Since when?
Don't you like it?
Sure, it's pretty cool.
Who are you talking to?
Quiet back there. Got a tip on how to get past him?
Not really. He was the most stubborn human being that I've ever known.
That's not a lot of help.
You are right. Sorry. Now I feel slightly silly.
Oh.
Are you all right?
Huh? Why?
Oh, nothing. What was your question again?
I urge...
And I said it's a bit of a and family comes first.
Yay! Mysterious
What?
I thought you had one. Then what are you doing? Always nice to hear.
You're behaving very strangely.
Ah, you
Dobra,
are...
czyli
I'm sorry.
jego wnuka trzeba mu przysłać?
Take a hike.
All right, all right.
Stick.
All right.
Get low.
All right.
Take a hike.
All right, all right. This is a workshop.
Caught red-handed. Maybe I should have hidden the tools.
Fix this.
What is it?
What does it look like?
I guess it's an antediluvian cylinder head. As all of the time travelers come here from the past, it doesn't surprise me at all. It's not even worth repairing. But I do happen to have a spare cylinder in stock.
Nie wiem, czy ucięło tutaj, że tego nie
Keep
widać?
it. The first spare part is always on the house.
Funny. With me, the first always goes through the neighbor's window.
To jest retardis tutaj, szkoda, że tego nie widać całego. Głowica cylindra.
This is...
Zaraz, ja ci dam kamień, a ty mi dasz zioła.
Rufus.
The material used to create this sculptural opus magnum is clearly basalt from the Germian Fatstone Mountains. I can make out deposits of obsidian. and even inclusions of chrysoberyl. My respect for the fine arts unfortunately forbids me from exploiting this aesthetic ornament purely for the purposes of my base commercial ambitions. That would be barbarity.
I'm sorry, but I've...
Don't waste my time. Order some.
You don't need to give.
It's your birthday? How old are you now?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
You don't know.
Who are you? Where's Timmy?
Mu chyba dać trzeba małpkę.
What's that? I ordered
Zupę z tej, z małpki. Trzeba zrobić. Z
You don't
platypusa.
need to give ground.
It's how old?
Oh, who are you?
Rufus.
I'm sorry, sir, but I deal It is, admittedly...
I'm sorry, but...
Do tego...
Don't waste my order some.
A może chciałabyś szczotkę?
Don't waste my order something.
Rufus.
I'm sorry, sir, but I deal It is,
Dobra.
You can't. Nope. People these days.
Coś tutaj trzeba wykombinować. Ty.
Don't waste my time with it. I've got a... Don't waste my time with this useless power. I've got a...
Don't mess around with any of that stuff. Don't mess around with that. With any of...
The world isn't ready for this art yet, but I'm sure they'll appreciate it in the future. Great.
Zobaczymy, czy za kuleczkę da mi ten te zioła.
Rufus, bring stone.
Interesting. Basalt from the Germian Fatstone Mountains. I can make out deposits of obsidian, and even inclusions of chrysoberyl. I have at least 2 clients who would pay a great deal of money for such a rock.
I give stone. You give fart mash.
Quite
Fart
right. Quid
mash.
pro quo.
Here, this is sure to help.
Może w końcu go poznam, kurczę.
That's exactly what I need.
O. To chyba nie było tylko zatwardzenie.
Thank you. Now I can finally continue on my journey to a galaxy far, far away. Take care, end times person.
Zostawił osrane pieniądze. Fu! To jest właśnie ta osoba, którą w innej części spotyka się właśnie w ubikacji i prosi nas o to, byśmy przynieśli mu papier toaletowy. Papier toaletowy. I przynosimy mu banknoty.
Hello, Rita. What's new?
Don't waste order some.
The portals are closed. Thought so. Classic case of last-minute panic. What do you think of Rocco?
Rocco McChronicle. Young, athletic, a tushy to die for, put short. Not in my league.
But you flirted with me.
Not so loud. I don't want everyone to know how desperate I am.
One order.
On its way.
Here, the rest is a tip.
Oh, I hate this job.
Yeah, I think I'll pass.
I hear that quite often. I really should unsubscribe from that dating platform.
Dobra, mamy tosty.
But I wonder if those are still good. You hear some gruesome stories. I wonder if you hear I wonder if you hear some.
Po co mi to mleko? Czy ktoś tam...
I wonder you hear
What's that?
No, thank you. My old butt of those I can have as much as...
Coś muszę tutaj zrobić. I tutaj wy...
I wonder if you hear some. Talking peanut. What do you know?
Don't waste my time with the use of paraphernalia.
Don't mess around with any of that stuff. Don't mess around with any of
Don't waste my time. I've got...
Mógł coś z tym zrobić? Nie wątpię.
That butt.
Głowica cylindra z mlekiem.
All that. No, it's a ball. All no.
Dobra.
Don't waste my... Don't waste my time.
Po co nam głowica cylindra z
Don't
mlekiem?
mess around.
Jakby teraz tak... Weź tą głowicę cylindra z mlekiem.
I wonder. Years.
Don't waste my or to some.
If you would like to make a complaint, talk. I've got more than enough to do.
Rufus.
No, one is...
What's that?
No, thank you. My butt of those...
Can you fix this?
I think so.
But it's not broken.
I know. We're quick. Recommend us to your friends.
Can you fix this?
I think so.
But it's not.
I know. Recommend us.
You thirsty?
No. My stomach is still a bit sensitive.
You get time? I wouldn't tell the story.
I don't think that they would speak to us anyway. After all,
Are you hungry?
no.
You get. I wouldn't.
I don't. After all,
I don't have to share it. A magician.
Just think. 5 different animal bites in half an hour. Hello? Respect? Ah! Speak of the devil.
This is art.
What are you muttering about?
Huh. Nobody understood Ruffiello van.
Not now.
Are you still angry?
No, I just need...
Above all, I'm still.
Włączmy tutaj alarmy.
All I need for that are
Oh, no.
Oh.
Nothing. Must have been a fossil.
Huh?
Oh, no.
Oh.
Hey there!
Do not distract. I've got to stay.
Or do you have some kind of...
You have a fuelock
What does it look like?
hysterical. Don't you think, after all, I know some...
Just because... Hey, keep your hand. You'll contaminate... Hey, keep... You'll
Nah,
Dobra. Mam dwie nowe rzeczy, które mogłyby zainteresować tutaj tego.
Alright, alright.
Chcesz tosta?
Get lost.
Alright, alright.
Chcesz może dziobaka?
Take a...
Alright, alright.
Get out of here.
Alright, alright. The only thing that would help here, I don't even see a... The only thing that... I don't even see... Can you fix this?
I think so.
But it's not.
Oh no, we're quick. Recommend us.
O.
Yoo-hoo! I have another...
Of course. Distract me, why don't you? It's only our future we're talking about.
I have to get to Kuvak one day before the end of...
Wait, Kuvak. We do have a port, so it would be fine.
That isn't the problem is that the...
No, it's not a problem, it's an opportunity. It's proof once more of how important the connection between Paradox City and the future is. I can already see the campaign. The only way back leads forwards. Better still, back through the future.
Back to the
That's all
future.
just drivel. The reason for the lack of a future lies in the past.
What a hogwash. Today was yesterday, the future belongs to those who have the courage to look forward.
Oh, you have no idea. I'll let you get...
Fuck, I was a...
What the...